Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag Docker tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a single file Docker Compose file for the PostgreSQL high availability HA configuration. One container is the primary, another container is the replica, and we'll access this one. So we'll go through the step-by-step process for that. And after running this file, you will have one primary server that is will do the read and write operation on that primary Postgres database server, and one is the Postgres replica server that is the only for the read only. So only you can read the data from the replica server. I will show you the demonstration on that. And auto replicating is there. So auto replicating means from the primary to replicate the data to secondary. That is the replica server. And we will use the streaming replication for that. So share Docker network file. One network we will create and we will just share the network file, and persistent volume for the both nodes will just save the data in the host machine and auto startup on the server boot, so automatically start with the whenever the server boot. So in part 1 we'll go through that. Update your system packages. We need the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. We are working with that Ubuntu server, and I'm just showing the demonstration on Ubuntu server. So my Ubuntu server is running with the VMware workstation. This is the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, and server is the server one. So now I'm going to access the server. So CMD SSH DPT at the rate 192.168.136.128. This is the my IP. So username and password while installing the server, I have given the username and password. So I am using the same username and password history. So now I am going to update and upgrade my system packages. So you can run this command. Next, we'll install the required dependencies. If the old version of Docker is already running, then you have to run this command. Here, I'm just running this dependencies. So let it complete. So done. Now I'm just installing the dependencies. So done. Now add the Docker official GPG key. Okay. Then I'm going to add the apt repository on the source list file. Done. Now update and installing the Docker Community Edition and with the Docker Compose plugin. So all the process will go through the step by step. So don't miss the video. So next we'll just start the Docker and enable the Docker. Enable Docker means whenever the system will boot, Docker will boot automatically. The Docker means system will boot automatically. Docker will be start. For that we are doing this. So near about completed. Done. Now let me check the Docker version. So Docker is running with the 29.1.2 and Docker Compose. So this is running with the Compose is running with the 5.0.0. After installing the Docker, we'll allow the running the Docker without the sudo. So we'll go through the user mode, and after doing this one, reboot your server. Or you can log in, log out and log in also. It will work. But I am going to reboot. I don't want to take any risk about that. While installing, you can test all the configuration after just doing the production. After posting this server into production, this is quite difficult. So before that, you do everything. So now again, I'm going to log in. So clear. So here now we'll check the container is running or not. Yeah, container is there. So now I'll check with the Docker is working or not. Run hello hello world. So Docker run hello world. This is the command we want to run the hello world script. So pulling from the library. So this is the main thing. Hello from Docker. This message shows that your installation appear to be working correctly. Okay. So means our Docker is working correctly. Now going to the next. So step 11 is there install Docker Compose standalone version. If you want to install a version rather than the plugin, so just you can run this command. 29 MB. So done. Now part one is completed, Docker installation and Compose installation is done. Now move to the part two. In part two, we'll just go for the Docker Compose file. So we'll create a directory pg-replica compose. Inside the compose, we'll create the file. So this is the file and we'll create the services. So let me complete all the services, then I'll come back to this. So create the folder. Inside there, we need the folder. So compose file is there. Now we created two folder. There is a primary init and replica init. Inside the primary init, we'll just create the configuration. So directly we are pushing from here the configuration. So here, in previous videos, you can see I'm just directly going to the configuration and just setting this one wall level, max wall sender, and this thing. Here directly I'm doing from the configuration file. So HBA configuration is required because we need to give the access for replica server. For that, so this is done. So after doing this one, I'm giving the execute permission for the primary init inside the 02 HBA file, SH file. Okay. So next we're moving to the auto replication script. So replication init script. So inside the replica init, there will be, I'm creating one SH file, that is the replication.sh. So create this file and this is a command. Done. So now make this file executable. So next we are going to start the high availability cluster. So from this path, we are already in this path. If you are not in this path, Docker pg-ha compose, then you have to go inside the path. There just ensure that primary init and replica init is there or not. Already there. Already there. Next, we are going to give the execute permission. I have already given, but cross check this one. So given. So bring up the cluster. Now this is the final command, is the one command up the all the things. So pulling PostgreSQL 16. So start pulling. So 165.8 MB file is there. Instead of that, this is pulling near about to complete it. So pull. So network PGHA compose PGHA net is completed. Primary data is completed. Replica data is completed, and container PG primary and PG replica is created. Now let me check the container PS Docker PS. Okay. So both are running. This is the PG replica. This is the PG primary. Let me check the logs. So Docker logs. First, I'm checking the replica. So started streaming wall from the primary server. Working primary. So this is also working. So database system is ready to accept the connection, and there is a checkpoints completed. So everything is working seems. So what I will do, we'll just check with the PG state replication on primary. This should be streaming replication, and there is a client address is showing, and state is streaming replication. And we will check the replica server, and there we want to see in this command it will return T means true. Then this replica server is only for read, not for write. So this is the true. So this is done. Now live replication test. So what I will do, I'll just connect with the primary server. Done. I'm going to connect with the demo DB. So connected. Now create a table, exit, and I'm inserting one row. So I'm inserting one row. So one row is inserted there. So I will test with the replica. You can log in and you can check from there also. So Chirag DBA is working. Okay. So this is working. Now I'll move to the next. So you should see the row replicator is there. What I'll do, I'll just try to write some data on the from the replication server, from the replica server. Here you can see Docker PG replica is there and PSQL U. And here I'm inserting the command into the demo DB, insert name, role, salary for the test replica and something. Okay. So enter this one. So cannot execute insert on the read only transaction means that our replica server is only for the read only. So this is the clear now. So next I'm going to stop the primary. So primary stop. You can check Docker PS. So only PG replica is running. So I'll promote the primary for the replica to the primary server. So promote is the true. Next, I'll just check with the PG is in recovery or not. So this will be false. Previously, we were getting this one is true. So in recovery, we are getting the true. This command, same command, we are getting the true. But here we are getting the false. Means this is now primary. We can execute and we can read the data, insert the data. So I'm trying to insert a new data. Okay, on the from the replica. So here PG replica. So data is inserted. Let me check the data. So two rows are there. Means that our data is inserted to our database replica server. So this is done. So we have done this one. So bonus, what you say in your YouTube video. So step explanation, Docker Compose gives the persistent HA DB cluster in one command. Primary auto creates replica user and setting. Replica auto clones data using the PG backup. Streaming replication active and real-time sync. Where we have seen this one for failover demo, zero data loss. So you have successfully built primary replica PostgreSQL streaming replication inside the Docker, hot standby and read-only query node, and manual failover support. So in this video, we have learned to using the one compose file, we can create the primary and replica configuration. So disclaimer is there, all trademarks logo names belong to their respective owner. This video made only for educational information purpose under the Fair Use Section 107 and Copyright Act 1976. So follow me on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp channel and Telegram channel is there. So note, follow the process exactly shown in this video. Share this YouTube video with your friends and colleagues and subscribe for the free tutorial and learning content. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, share and comment. Thank you.